So you can see the inside of the doors here, the jams underneath the trunk. That's pretty much what the color is going to be of the car. Let me get the light. So you can see how it's got a nice pearlescent color to it. So it'll be like that here in just a little bit. So all the jams are done. And like I said, the reason we did the jams first on this one is because of the way the paint's done with the pearl and everything else. I want it to match all the way across. So we'll pretty much get the car put back together and then paint it as one piece, so that way it all looks uniform and the same. So
what are you doing to the stereo system?
Bunch of shit. So I picked up 2 12s and then 4 component sets because the door speakers on this, well, let me go grab you one. The door speakers on this car are actually one of the worst I think I've ever seen. There's not really much to them. I'll show you. And then the crazy thing is, like, most speakers are kind of magnetic, right? So I don't know if they put something super fancy on here to make it non-magnetic or whatever. If they did, I don't understand why, because you can see how small the magnet would be. So I'm gonna replace the stock Maserati speakers with a set of Skar audio component set, right? So you can definitely see there's a lot more magnet there. It sticks, right? So they're 6.5 inch component here. And then it's got the tweeter on top. So for the front, I've already got the wire ran, which I'm running my own wire. I'm running 10 gauge wire in here for the crossover, which this has got a crossover here. So it's got the crossover. That'll go inside the door, and then I'm not sure if I'm gonna mount the tweeter inside the pillar or if I'm gonna mount it inside the door. I may mount it inside the door because the way that these pillars go, it would end up going across. And the one thing with tweeters is they are very directional, right? So you really kind of want them there. So I'll probably put them in the doors if I can make it fit in the doors. But if not, I'll put them, you know what I mean, up in here somewhere, up in there. Backs will definitely go in the door panels, so I might do the fronts and the door panels as well. So that's that. Then I picked up 2 12s, which is the shallow mount. Everything, I did everything Skar. For no other particular reason than I was on the website and shit's decent priced. And I'm like, honestly, I'm not building a competition. I just want it to sound decent, right? So all their stuff, decent price, one place. That way, if I have any problems with anybody, I just go to one place and they take care of it. So that's what I did. I ended up getting the Skar 12 inch shallow mount 12s. I went with dual 4 ohm voice coils because I'm going to wire it down to 1 ohm, both of them. So for that, I got a 1500 watt monoblock amp, and then the mids and highs, I got a 1000 watt 4-channel. So right now, all I'm trying to do is I'm finished running all the wire underneath the carpet. So while we have all the interior out, what I've been doing is the RCAs and speaker wire and remote wire will all be run down the left-hand side of the car. All the power wire stuff's gonna stay on the right-hand side of the car. So this particular car, it's already got a battery in the back, which makes it somewhat easy. Made some shells, some custom fiber shell or fiberglass shells in here, and I plan on trying to put the 12s in here at an angle. Originally, I wanted my amps to mount along the side here, but with the length, that's why it's out of the box. With the length of that Skar amp, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it mounted there. So what I'm probably going to do is cut a piece of MDF or whatever in the front, mount a piece of MDF in the front, make an amp rack, mount them up in the front, and then do it that way. Or I may mount them to the back of the seats. I got to see. I don't necessarily like screwing into the back of the seats, right? So I'll probably do the MDF and then mount a piece in there and do that. And then the last little bit I got was I picked up a DSP for it. Don't necessarily have to have it, but for $100, I really like having the EQ on it and the ability to set the gains to where if somebody gets in the car and they don't know the car and they put too much stereo, if that thing detects clipping, you can actually have it where it'll auto set to lower the dBs of whatever is going to it so it staves your system and it doesn't fuck it up. Like I said, I'm not building a competition thing, but that doesn't mean I want it fucking destroyed. You know, I just want to be able to listen to nice, clean sound everywhere I go and then sound for me on the inside. So anyway, so that's there.
Are you matting it?
I will be dynamatting some places, yeah. I don't like the rattle from the outside. And I'll be doing a sealed box, not a ported box. I know ported technically louder. I don't care. I personally think a sealed box is cleaner and more responsive. And that's my personal opinion. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it's my personal opinion. I just prefer the sound performance that I get out of a sealed box versus a ported. Growing up, I know all my buddies had ported box and everything else. I just don't like the sound that it produces out of it. They are louder and yeah, you feel it, but I just want crisp, clean sound. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. And then right now, I've finished running the RCAs and everything else under the carpet. The last little thing I have to run underneath the carpet is the bass control volume or whatever for that. And then figuring out where I'm going to put the bus bars for the grounds and the power and all that other stuff. So it's kind of where I'm at. And then the next thing to do on the box is I got to make some 3/4 inch MDF rings, which it's just an MDF ring, and it'll go in here and I'll use that to mount inside that fiberglass to kind of get the shape or whatever that I want. And then I'll pull fleece over the top of it and then we'll fiberglass the fleece and then go from there. So yeah, stay tuned.
Sweet.